YouTube. Or, hello my bunnies. I always forget to change my intro. It's Ticky's Trinkets here, and today I have for you a new polymer clay tutorial. This is my Minecraft inspired... Oops, wait a minute. My lighting is in the corner. My first Minecraft inspired tutorial. This is the zombies from the game. I started with something pretty simple to make, so it'll be pretty simple for y'all to make as well. Just doing a quick little 360. Focusing while I'm talking. This was, like I said, pretty easy to make. And as you can see, it's on a base, so you could actually use this as a cake topper too. And I'll also be selling this on my Etsy shop as usual. I'm hoping to do maybe Herobrine and maybe the pig from Minecraft too. Or at least one other thing. I like doing several things in the series. I missed, I glazed there, but I need to re-glaze it. There's like a spot. The spot of not focusing, apparently. But yeah, this was actually pretty easy to make. You're going to see that in this video, particularly. Real quick, before I even show this, I'm so sorry that I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I was unable to post a video last week. Well, yeah, last week, because just weather being an issue and everything. Like I said, I'm just sorry. And like I said, I'm trying to make it up to you guys. I've also just been really busy with school and work and stuff. So I'm just tired, but I hope you guys still love me and still here to watch my videos. Anyways, in this video, you're going to see a new tool that I'm going to use. This is called a clay extruder. You put a different tip. I'm trying to unscrew it because I don't show you in the video. You put a certain, I don't think I show you directly, but I show you something. You put a different shape in here, and these shapes, here, let me put that right there where you can see it. This particular one I got on Amazon for, well, actually, I didn't get it. My fiance got it for me for our 7-year anniversary. We've been together for 7 years, but we haven't even been engaged for a year. That won't be till next Valentine's Day. He's so sweet, and he actually thought about something that I really love, and this just makes me so happy. But yeah, it just comes with a bunch of different attachments that you can just put one, like let's say for example, in here, and then you just screw that back in. Well, oops, zombie, no! You put it in here. See, that's a lot easier. Then you screw it back in. Then this part up here comes unscrewed. I'm just trying to show you. So if you get this tool, you'll know how to use it. Because me and my fiance were lost when we first got it. I've always wanted a clay extruder, but I've never had one. It's a lot easier if you use the crank. Am I going the wrong way? No, I'm going the right way. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey there. Okay. And when it gets to a certain point, you can just pull it out. Yeah, I know it's got ridges, but you can just pull it out. And as you can see, it's got this little cap on the top part, which is what makes it hold the cutting part in, and this part is just completely hollow. Excuse me. I still need to clean this out, just like soap and water. And then you just put your clay into this hole. You would put the lid back on first, then you would put the clay in here, then you would put this part back in. You would just shove it in, and when you can't shove it anymore, you just screw it back on. That's what this is for, to help screw it more easily, but I find this thing to just be a pain in the butt to use this to screw it. I mean, it's easy right there, like that. I don't know. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. But yeah, for $8.99, this one came with a lot of attachments. I was really happy with this one. Okay, there we go. And I mean, they sell $40 ones at Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby, which is all well and great if you can afford that. But I work and go to school, and I still don't want to have to pay $40 for a clay extruder. I'm also getting a new clay oven for Christmas from my mother, so I'll tell you more about that later. I might also just do a video review of this particular product, just showing you my tools, my helpful hardware section, just to kind of show you, how it actually looks when you use it. I mean, you'll see bits and pieces in the video, but I like to be thorough with my tools. But yeah, I just want to show you that. And if you don't want to do that, you'll see a similar cutting technique I use throughout this tutorial, which you can use to make everything. You don't have to use it to make the face, which is what I use it for. You can just roll out the clay, roll it into a ball, flatten it out, and cut it out, just like we do pretty much the whole body. But I wanted to make sure it was nice and exact for the face. I mean, look at that. That is so pristine, if it would focus. It's not wanting to focus, but you get the picture. But yeah, one more quick 360. Awesome. And I'm done talking because this has been a very long intro. Alright, let's get into this tutorial. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to see it. And if you do anything similar, share it on Instagram with hashtags Ticky's Trinkets Minecraft. Ticky's Trinkets Minecraft. Alright, and I'll put the link to the extruder down below where you could buy it too if you'd like to. Alright, enough intro. Bye-bye! Alright, for this tutorial you'll need the following colors. The Primo blue color is called Periwinkle. The other ones are just standard Sculpey 3 colors. First we're going to start with the Sculpey 3 light blue color. And you see how the clay is separated into 4 segments. You're just going to cut one whole segment off like I've done. I kind of smushed it in a little with my finger, but it's still a whole segment. After you do that, you're just going to roll it into a ball. I apologize in advance for the next picture. It is blurry. I don't know why it came out blurry. Oh, it doesn't look blurry. I thought it was blurry. Anyways, just roll that into a really fat teardrop shape, and then you're just going to roll that with your X-Acto blade or your rolling pin into a flattened surface. Keep it about a ½ inch in thickness. Then cut off all 4 sides to make it into a rectangular shape. Then you're going to take another small ball of light blue clay that's about half the size of the previous ball, so about half of one of those blocks. Then you're going to roll that flat. It's going to be really repetitive on the steps, but just bear with it so you can make this cute zombie, okay? Then you're going to cut that, cut all 4 sides and make it into a square. But then you're going to cut this square in half. And you'll actually only need the better half, or you can cut the pieces off, cut them in half and use the better pieces, because you'll cut 1/2 in half again, or cut 1/2 in the quarters, and use the 2 little square pieces to make the sleeves, which you can go ahead and take some Loctite or whatever brand of glue that you use for ceramics. Not sponsored. Wish I was. Need more glue. And then I just glued it onto the body. This is just a different angle. The shoulders kind of project a little off the body. Okay, and I rolled out another teeny tiny ball, and this is for the end of his shirt that's kind of tethered up, but you'll see that later. Next, we're going to go on to the Periwinkle, which I did actually include a picture of the name right here, because I wanted y'all to know that this particular color, what it was, because Primos are a little bit harder to figure out what color you're using. And this is almost an entire block, like I did before, like almost an entire chunk of 1/4 of the block of clay. It's a little bit less, give or take. Then you're going to roll this into a ball. Then you're going to roll that into a fat log shape / teardrop shape. More like a log rather than teardrop. Then again, take your X-Acto blade or rolling pin and roll it out nice and flat. Try to make sure it's the same thickness as the shirt. That's why I lined them up so you could see. Then cut it into another rectangular shape, just like we've done prior. I use a long blade to make the cuts more even. I know this looks wrong, y'all, but be mature here. I cut the legs on one side and the other side, then using the X-Acto blade to cut out the middle part. And the left leg's a little fatter here, but you'll see that I fixed that a little bit later. Then you just go ahead and take 2 pieces of metal wire, stick them into the pants in order to stick them better to the torso. You can go ahead and glue that there if you want to as well. Next, take that small ball that we did earlier, roll this into a teeny tiny teardrop shape. Put it right onto the body where it hangs just slightly over the pants, and then just blend it using a blending tool or your hand. I have the rolling pin here because I actually rolled it out flat and then blended it. It seemed to work better that way. Next, we're going to take the gray clay and we're going to go ahead and start making his shoes. And you only need a very small amount. As you can see, this is not even a centimeter thick. It is a really small amount. Roll that into a ball. Seems familiar, right? What do you think we're going to do next, y'all? We're going to roll it out flat. Yep, roll it out flat. Then in order to make sure the shoes were the same size as the pants legs, I put the pants on top of this little circle and indented around it, and then lifted the clay sculpture, and then cut the foot out, as you can see here. Then to make the other foot, I rolled the excess clay back up, did the same steps, and then just put the foot on top of the other foot as a stencil. Cut those out, peeled them apart, and then they're ready to go onto the bottom of the pants, which again you can go ahead and glue here. Next, we're moving on to the skin, so you're going to need to use the dark green color, which I can't remember what it is called exactly, but it's like the darkest green there is in Sculpey, and I don't have it near me. Okay, so for the head, I actually just cut out about a half of the 1/4 of the bar and just stuck that right on. You can go ahead and glue that on, or use a metal wire inside of it and then glue. It'll be more sturdy that way. Then I took another ball. It was about 1 inch in diameter. And again, we're going to roll this into a teardrop shape. We're making arms now, by the way. And again, after we roll it into the log/teardrop shape, we're going to roll it out flat to about the same thickness as everything else, so it's very uniform. Then you're going to go ahead and cut all the sides off, and you see this is a little too long for one arm, so you're just going to cut this exactly in half to have 2 arms. Then just go ahead, and you can see all my excess in the back where I made mistakes. Ignore that. Then just go ahead and make sure it looks nice and lined up, which you can see from the front and side. But don't glue it. Take those off, because if you bake that like that, they could fall over and they could break. So just take them off. You're going to bake them separately. Next, we're going to make the face, which is with the black clay. This is where the clay extruder comes into play. I took the clay extruder and I took this mold, which is a teeny tiny rectangle, which is hard to see. If you get this tool to do this, you know what I mean. Then I just stuck the clay inside of the extruder and did like I did prior in the intro. Then it's ready to go. Like I said, you could just do the same steps, roll it into a ball and cut it out, but I wanted to make it very uniform. As you can see, it rolled out a very long, skinny snake, and I just cut the little tiny pieces off to make it what I needed. See? Pretty easy, right? Really easy. You can see my excess in the background again. Ugh, I gotta watch that. Y'all don't need to see that I'm not perfect, right? I'm just kidding. Okay, and then I was done with the face after I put it on the body. So then you just get out your cotton swabs and rubbing alcohol to clean the whole body. Make sure it looks nice and pretty. Then you're ready to bake. Put in your pan, if you have a gas oven, 350 degrees for 13 minutes. Give or take a few minutes. After it's done baking and cools off, get your glue, and you're going to go ahead and glue on the arms. The green did get darker, so I'd recommend the lighter green. But it looks fine to me. Just preference, you know. Then you glaze it. Then you go ahead and find some kind of base to glue it to. It stood on its own, but I'd rather have a base. And I just took black acrylic paint and painted that. Then you're done. I hope you all enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more. Bye-bye, YouTube.